Let's go over an update for Star Wars Episode 9. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, J.J. Abrams will be directing this movie at the very end of July. As of right now, numerous rehearsals are taking place. Preliminary work has begun on principal photography, most likely in studio shots, and looking at everything that has been happening for the past couple of months, a lot of location scouting has taken place. Now, we've gone over numerous spots such as Machu Picchu and Moray, even spots over in Alaska and Utah, etc., even over in Spain. So one of the newer locations that they actually returned to is Abu Dhabi. Now, this actually may ring a bell to each and every one of you, but this is where they shot The Force Awakens for the setting of Jakku. And this actually does raise a ton of questions. Could we very well be returning to the planet of Jakku in Star Wars Episode 9, since that was actually yet another location that has been scouted before principal photography even begins? So, the reason as to why I do in fact bring this up is because we heard about this in the past before, months ago, that they may very well go back over to Abu Dhabi, and now recently they were scouting over in Abu Dhabi. This does in fact raise a ton of questions on whether or not we really will be returning to Jakku, or it's just going to be another sand planet that mimics that of Jakku. Now, the reason as to why I think that maybe we are going back is because J.J. Abrams might be doing that of a parallel to the original trilogy, where in the original trilogy you do in fact have Tatooine, and if you look at Tatooine, it appears in Star Wars A New Hope and reappears in Return of the Jedi featuring Jabba's palace. So what's interesting to me is that they actually set up this whole entire storyline within the Force Back Vision sequence, where you have a young Rey being pulled by Unkar Plutt, saying, "Quiet girl." I think that there's more to the story there, and that could very well be a big reason as to why we could very well be returning to Jakku. The other thing that I do want to bring up is, I believe it was in the Aftermath books, is that Emperor Palpatine was doing a lot of research on the planet Jakku. There was apparently an outpost there, and hidden intel, etc. So I think that there's a lot of potential to grab from there. Now, the other thing that we do know is that Daisy Ridley, as of right now, is training for her role for the character of Rey in Episode 9. I'm not quite so sure if she's a part of the rehearsals that are going on right now. We do know that a large group of actors and actresses are actually taking, in the rehearsals right now over at, Pinewood and different studios around the world, etc. So, the one thing that really does pique my interest is, I think that in The Force Awakens, it might have slightly been hinted at where Finn says, "Why does everyone want to go back to Jakku," right? I think that there's a little underlying thing there, that Jakku actually holds something very special and secret within the sequel trilogy. I really can't see any other reason why as to they would be location scouting over in Abu Dhabi. This is the second time they have been doing this for Episode 9. They actually just returned not too long ago. So the fact that that's actually being scouted now, it does raise a ton of questions. So if we do go back to Jakku, guys, my biggest question for each and every one of you: would you guys feel that this is copying the original trilogy too much, or would you guys actually honor J.J. Abrams for doing such a parallel to that of the original trilogy, where you have Tatooine appearing in A New Hope, and then you have Tatooine appearing in Return of the Jedi? If this actually, comes into fruition, we'll see pretty much the same exact thing taking place here, where you have a sand planet in the first film of the trilogy, and then a sand planet in the third film of the trilogy. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about this, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.